Hello everyone and welcome back for another video. Today's topic is gestational diabetes. So exciting, yes, I know, but someone's gonna talk about it and it's gonna be me. I know in my last update I did talk about me failing my glucose test. This is basically gonna be since then, and just telling you guys my struggle literally since then and how's it going, how I work around it and cheating with certain things. But let's just get onto the video. If you see me looking down at all, it's because I wrote notes down of everything because I'm a mess most of the time. So I'm trying, okay? I'm trying to be a good YouTuber, but we'll see how that goes. Starting off, if you don't know what it is and you're just watching this video because you're bored, because I know I'll do that sometimes, but basically what it is high blood glucose levels. The placenta is producing all these hormones, and those hormones at the same time are blocking the mother's insulin. So with the insulin getting blocked, it's called insulin resistance specifically, and when it's doing that, it's not allowing the mother's body to use all the insulin that she actually needs, because as you get further along in your pregnancy, the more insulin your body needs to, break down all those things. So I believe it's starting at in the third trimester is when it really spikes, when you really need that insulin just to start breaking everything down. And just sometimes some of our bodies can't do that, and it's normal. How does it affect the baby, you may be wondering? So the biggest thing is literally a big baby. Because of all the sugars and all that, the baby's getting a little chunky and he's just gonna be bigger, or he or she will be bigger, and that's what they really want to avoid, so you don't have to get cesarean or they don't have to induce you early because of that. Also, another thing is low blood sugar at birth. You don't want your baby to have complications. You want it to come out healthy and perfect. So yeah, if left untreated, for example, if I were not to make sure my diet is good, all that extra blood glucose goes through the placenta, giving the baby high glucose levels. Sorry, I had to refresh my mind with my little journal. When the baby's body is triggering, all that, it's little pancreas, I don't know if I'm saying the word dumb, but they start to create way too much insulin for them, so they're trying to break all that fat down in reality. So, and it all just starts getting stored as fat, and yeah, that's why they get big, because they're keeping it up themselves. That's kind of just a little explanation. Obviously, if you really want to know more, you could always do your own research or ask your doctor. I got all that information from the American Diabetes Association, I believe. Yes, so from their website. But that's basically that. Now moving on to how I felt when I was diagnosed. Honestly, I was so sad. I was so hurt. I had the biggest misconception about gestational diabetes. I was just upset. It ruined my life. It's so dramatic, but I was so angry. I was just angry. 2 weeks after I was diagnosed, I was not or during those 2 weeks, I wasn't on a diet or anything because I had not met with my dietitian yet or any of the nurses. I hadn't had my meter or anything, so I was just kind of doing my own thing, enjoying my last bits of freedom and eating like crap. And that's kind of mean to say, but literally everything changes when you get diagnosed. After our class, it was with 2 nurses, or I don't know, there was a nurse and a dietitian. So basically they're going over what you can't eat and talking about it, and just making you really understand and making you not feel so singled out, because there were other women with me in the class, and they all had it. Some of them still had a really long time to go in their pregnancy, and for that I'm so sorry for them, because this is really hard. And then there was another lady there that's due around the same time I am, so we technically have it easy because we're just getting diagnosed and we only have 2 months left, and these other women still had about 6 to 7 months left. So it's hard, and I have mad respect for these women that have to do it much longer than I do. I was put on an eating schedule. I was told to keep a food log for a week and just kind of write down what I'm eating so they kind of know, and also the times I'm eating around like a guested, because obviously not every day I'm eating at the same time. I'm waking up earlier, I'm waking up later, you know, it's different. Yeah. This is the, oh no, the list that they gave me basically. Yeah, I'll talk about it because I know it's really bright. But so my breakfast time was 10 a.m. I could have a snack at 11. My noon meal was at 1 o'clock. My snack after that was at 5. My evening meal would be at 7, and then my nighttime snack would be at 9 o'clock. And that was really hard because I was so used to just eating when I want, eating whatever I wanted, and you know, not caring and just getting full, because you know, being full makes you happy. Like, you don't want to be hungry. And what made it worse was that I had to eat a specific amount of carbs, and just that, and I could not go over at least that first week that we were testing out. For my breakfast, it was 30 grams, then it was 15, 45, 15, 45, 15. So I was freaking starving. Like, I was so hungry because I was so used to eating so bad and just eating a lot, and a lot of things that I shouldn't have been eating. I was excited because I was looking at the benefits at the end. You know, I'm eating healthy already. So when the baby's born, I'll be able to kind of keep this little diet going, not as strict, but kind of keep it going, and you know, be able to lose weight a lot easier afterwards. This is where it gets a little funky. So a week after, or a week with the diet is what we'll call this segment. I was annoyed, I was angry, I was hungry, I was so depressed, everything bad. Like, it completely changed from that first time, like, you know, first 2 days where I was excited and happy about it. And it was just, boy, let me tell you, there was a lot of crying and hunger. Like, it wasn't pretty. I really felt like I wasn't getting enough food because I was so used to eating so much in like big portions that cutting back like that really screwed me up, and it was just terrible. It was hard. It's hard, and it still is to this day, but that week was like hell week, you know, for whatever sports and all those things that they say, you know, you have hell week in the beginning. Literally, that was hell week because you're literally cutting cold turkey from everything that you love. Fast food, bye Felicia, like all that, like sweets, nope. Fruit, nope, because you know how much sugar all of that has? It's crazy. I didn't know how bad certain things that I was eating were until now, and I was eating them a lot. I was addicted to food. I was addicted to the wrong food. So, you know, when I cut it all out, I like was going crazy. I needed it. I felt like I could not function. I was just so upset, and it was so hard. The week after that, after following their strict diet and all that, and all that craziness, you know, I went for my checkup with my dietitian, and that's when they just check all your numbers for the week and, you know, your food log, and kind of, you know, see like, okay, well, this made it kind of go a little high, like, you know, and they're saying like, okay, do you understand why I did that? And honestly, it gets easy to understand like foods. Now I know, like, I'll eat something, I'll be like, my number's gonna be so high. Like, I already know, like, ooh. Sometimes it won't though, and I'll be like, hallelujah, because then I can eat more of it. After my appointment, I had told her, I was like, you know what, I'm starving. I wake up in the middle of the night, my stomach is literally burning because I can feel it just eating itself because I'm so hungry. And I told her that, so she was, after looking at my numbers and seeing that they were good, she increased my carb intake, so that was helpful. Honestly, I don't even think I'm eating all those carbs that she's allowing me to eat now. I think I'm still eating the same amount, but I think just knowing that I can eat more makes me feel better, so that's nice. I asked her, I was like, what makes you guys put people on insulin, and she said it depends on your fasting numbers. So if your fasting numbers are bad, then that's when they're gonna be like, okay, you need insulin, because if you're fasting for like 12 hours, you know, 8 to 12 hours, however long you sleep, and your sugars aren't going down, we got a problem. Just like everything, every doctor is different, so the things I'm saying may not be the same thing your doctor's telling you. They may have told you something completely different. This is just my story and, you know, my experience with this. So if you do have some questions or anything, ask your doctor, because they know best. I'm just kind of going over from what first of all, what I remember and what my doctor is telling me. Away from all of that, I'm going to be talking about how it's affecting me now, and just, you know, after being a month with this diet, which I'm kind of glad I waited a while to make this video so I can really see the roller coaster that this has been, because it has been a crazy one, let me tell ya. This really has been a depression trigger for me, hardcore. I already had so many things that I was struggling with and, you know, just too worried about, and I still am, and I think it's just the person I am. I've been struggling with depression for so long, so it just made it that much worse. This has just made me like so over pregnancy. Like I was just starting to enjoy pregnancy, and then this hit me like a train, and I feel bad that, you know, I'm not enjoying it for my baby. So like, because I really would want to tell him things when he's older and be like, you know, I loved having you in me, this and that, which I do. I love feeling him, but just these little things have made it so difficult and have honestly made me super jealous as a person to other expecting moms that, you know, are eating what they want. It's just really hard to make sure I don't give up. First of all, I signed a contract that I have to make sure I follow all the rules. So I'm kind of screwed, but it's really hard, because some days I'm just so upset and, you know, I'm crying all night. I'm just like, I just want to eat a chocolate. Like, I just want to eat what I want. I just want McDonald's. Like, but no, I can't, because I'm not a quitter. For my personal, you know, place that I go to, the fasting numbers, they want them between 60 to 90. An hour after meal, they want them to be under 140. So I know other places it's different, and that's fine, but that's just what they go by here. I don't know. But, and also the lady was saying that they are really strict on it as far as like when you do the blood glucose test, that even women that fail by a point, they'll make them go into this diet. So she says it's really, you know, hard for it to be wrong, although, you know, things happened the night before mine. But she said, you know, even a point over on any of them, they make you start this whole journey. Inside, I just basically track all my numbers. These are dates, you know, these are where I'm writing the ketones and basically all that. And then I have to do the fetal kick counts, right? Fetal movements. I just have to track how long it takes him to do 10 kicks or any type of movement. It's honestly really easy for my baby to get him to do something, so we're not worried about that. Honestly, I just put 5 minutes, but it's usually less than that to get him to do that amount of kicks. Here's my little meter right here. These are my test strips, so these little strips go in here. That's where I put the blood on. This is the little thing that pokes ya. These are lancets in here. Lancets are needles to change every day for the poker thing. And in here I have some disposable alcohol wipes, and yeah, this is like the thing I have to make sure I have everywhere I go. Like, this is it. I got a little sneaky and I'm kind of going around the system, but basically, so after I test for my supper glucose, and if it's good, I will cheat a little, I like to call it, and I'm not gonna go and eat like McDonald's or something like that, but I'll have, you know, like a quarter of a Kit Kat, like a tiny piece, and that's me cheating, because I know if I were to eat that and test my blood, it's gonna be bad. So I eat like a little piece of Kit Kat. I've been doing that recently. I'll eat a yogurt. I'll eat things that aren't as good because I know my fasting numbers are really good. So I know my body's able to break it down throughout the night. So that's my cheating. You know, some days though are harder than the other ones, and you really can't do anything about it. You just gotta really push through it. And you know, some days my numbers are higher and I get kind of sad because, you know, I'm trying so hard to do so good, and yeah, but it's hard. It's a journey. If you're going through it, like, props to you. We got this. Like, you're doing it for your baby, so don't give up. As much as you want to, just, you gotta do it. That is pretty much it as far as my whole experience with this. How's it going right now? Yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, or if I didn't make sense with something that I said, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. I really want to get this channel going. I need to stop being so depressed so I can start making videos. Honestly, I haven't got ready in like 2 weeks. Like, I've been a mess. Hopefully you guys just want to keep up with me. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye. My nose is running and it's kind of gross.